Sorry. Um, but last we had left off, our little party of adventurers were within the city of Bastion, exploring the second floor. Unfortunately, they realized they were probably a little bit over their heads and kind of decided to step out and proceed with other dealings before they kind of continued with the exploration of the second floor. They had already found a variety of various different kind of useful and informative items. However, having not completed the actual exploration itself, you had essentially told Eberron to send some guards to the area to ensure that one, no one intruded, and two, that nothing came out of that door. But you kind of returned back to Bastion proper and had a bit of a conversation with those who were returning with the ship that you had loaned them, which I believe was the third group of riders. After a little bit of a conversation with Christopher, was that his name? People, Bastion, third company. Yeah, Christopher Smith. After a bit of a conversation with Christopher Smith, he kind of informed you of what he saw, including the strange visions that Emka had been seeing. You kind of spoke with him, trying to inspect and understand exactly what kind of visions he was having. And after a brief few flashes of those, he kind of gave you the gist of it. You tried to interpret it to the best of your will, but unfortunately it seems a little bit confusing to say the very least. But you now find yourselves having completed this occurrence. Your ship is now back with you, and all of you now find yourselves within the city proper. And honestly, I'll say you should get a long rest. Why not? Fuck it. I'll just give it to you guys. I think it's like another 2 days additionally, so that shouldn't be an issue. So it'll become the 15th of
Any
Algordia.
long resters?
Yep.
Are we gonna get prompted?
You don't need to get prompted. You should just be able to do it on your character sheets.
So those 2 extra days,
Yep.
you
guys
get
can
to like
some...
do stuff.
Yes, sir. You guys get to do some extra stuff around the city if you so wish.
Where did the
Wait a
progress
minute.
bar go?
I can't get all my hit dice because of my death saves, I think.
That
Question mark?
shouldn't affect your hit dice.
I'm only
Honestly,
6
you
at
could
8.
just hit long rest twice, and it should restore everything. You might have to do it twice because, like, the system's being a little bit weird.
It worked. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because previously there was a custom rest integration that I had used, but now that custom rest integration is gone because I had updated the entire tabletop to version 12, and version 12 a bunch of the modules aren't compatible with because there was a bunch of like back-end API updates. So yeah.
I don't have a college degree, so I don't know what you just said. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, I'm pretty sure you're more proficient in coding than I am.
No.
Fucking guy. Yeah. So let's give you guys a chance to kind of explore what you would do on the following 2 days following the kind of revelation
I literally
information that you got from your boy. He kind of gave you this strange warning. If I remember correctly, there was like a strange fey man with like his mouth kind of exposed to flesh, a big strange grin, a large kind of skull or bone plate kind of covering the rest of his head with 2 large horns. They seemed content, was in a forest, having just arrived or teleported or something like that. There was a shark, which you guys had remembered. Seemed to have been younger, seemed to have been seeing a strange wave come towards it, and then the body began to change and kind of shift. You guys also saw a massive beast, some strange and powerful creature in a city that one of you kind of identified as Varala. And another one was that you saw there was like an orb that was turning white. Seems to have been something like horrible amount of dread that seems to have filled Kemka's body as he saw that orb turn white. At this current moment, if I recall correctly, they were flashing like pink or red, just not white.
Quick question, Jake. That white light that he was describing, just to remember, that wasn't the white light we saw at the in Voilin, right?
No.
Okay.
If
Or sorry, it
I
was like a god,
recall
right? It was a god, right?
correctly,
Never mind.
what you guys
Yeah.
had seen in Voilin was essentially like a streak of light that was like a sunbeam that was
Yeah.
hitting the top of the castle.
The church, right? Okay.
It was a very dissimilar light.
Okay.
Yeah. And now you guys have a couple of days to do whatever it is that you so wish within the city of Bastion. Let's
No,
go
no.
from the top. Hoj, you have 2 days. What are you up to?
I guess Hoj would probably try to spend some of that time fixing up the boat.
Sure. That'd probably only take. Actually, with the state that the boat was returned in and the amount of help that you would probably get, it would take both of the days. But depending on how you roll, you could potentially enhance the protection or kind of like cause the boat to be a little bit better for a little while, etc.
Uh,
Do you want to try to do that?
yeah.
Sure. Give me a carpenter's tools check, and I will say that you have, because of the facilities at Bastion, it is at disadvantage because it is a singular dock that goes out into the deep water, but it is at advantage because of the like the individuals and kind of people that you've managed to recruit and gotten to help. Specifically, that I believe that orcish woman who is also a shipwright.
Maury would like to
Her
assist.
carpet.
Yeah, it doesn't improve it. It's still at disadvantage because of like the facilities, but it's an advantage because of the personnel. So it's just a flat carpentry's tools check. To repair the ship, the DC is 10. To do a little bit more than that, it would be a DC of 15. To get some real good results, it'd be a DC of 22.
Where the fuck is my?
Carpentry's tools check, yeah?
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Well, where do I even do that?
You should be able to just roll it as an inventory item. It's in your inventory, right? Yeah, there you go. 22. Ooh, sheesh. Yeah, definitely. With relatively little effort over the next 2 days, those of you who kind of pass by the docks see Hoj just going ham on the ship, putting planks and kind of repairing them in places where there's a little bit of damage. The actual hull exterior gets a nice shining and a coating of kind of oil, and honestly, you're probably going to be traveling a little bit faster. And if anything attacks your ship, they'll get a +1 bonus to defending the ship. So if you're on the ship, you'll just have a flat +1 bonus to anything you roll in a d20. The next, let's say, week.
That's pretty good.
Just long enough for an adventure.
So that one expires on the 22nd of Algordia. Someone should write this down. But yeah.
What was the date?
The 22nd of Algordia. Okay. But yeah. Hoj, your 2 days are spent very successfully managing to kind of clean up the ship and get everything back in place. Honestly, it looks like new, except for a bit of dust here and there and a bit of scratch marks here and there. Basically brand new. Let's go to Noah next. What are you up to for those 2 days in which you have time within Bastion to kind of do stuff?
I haven't spent that much time with the Church of Kavati recently, so if there's any priestly holy duties of any sort, any clerical duties, any funerals, perhaps any marriages, or if anyone's trying to seek any atonement, I can do ceremonies, magical or unmagical,
Okay. Well,
or just bless the sick generally, because I have spell slots left over.
give me 2 religion checks. Well, it wouldn't matter because you're in
It
Bastion. You
wouldn't
can't
matter.
use
Yeah, that's
those.
true. Yeah. Can I perform a ceremony, just mundane one?
Yeah, you can perform like the actions of a ceremony.
Okay.
It won't have like an actual magical effect, but you know, it'll make people feel nice. And sometimes that's all you need.
Yippee!
Ooh, yeah.
You
That's
said
pretty
one
good.
more?
Yep, one more. Ooh, that's not as
I
good.
mean, it's alright.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
One of them was a god.
Yep. Given kind of the work that you did, the first day is very successful. There is a funeral, unfortunately, and you do attend it. It seems to have been for an old, half-elvish woman. She had passed away peacefully in her sleep. However, her children and her grandchildren were still very mournful of the loss. You managed to kind of soothe them, tell them that she was in a better place, and a variety of other things went on as well. Kind of performed some rites for the actual church itself, tried to, perform some, unfortunately, not as magical blessings as you would have liked. But they still very much have a very positive effect on the community. The second day isn't nearly as eventful, but you do still manage to get through the majority of it, kind of, performing assistance here, there, wherever it is required. There
Jake,
is a
on the
young
second
boy.
day,
Sorry,
on
go
the
ahead.
second day, I heard weird clanging in the walls and stuff, and I was a little bit antsy.
Yep.
Thinking about, well, certain
Animatronics.
arachnopod metal Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Bro's got the Freddy Fazbear fear. But yeah, a little bit distracted, but you do still manage to help out the citizens in a variety of ways. So,
Nice.
because of the ways that you've given Bastion a little bit of a hope, a little bit of a good fortunes. That if Bastion has to make another check for any reason within the next week, they get a +1 to that check, and then it will expire. Let's see, Bastion as a whole gets a +1 to checks for the next week. And there's actually ones. Okay. Elena.
Forgot how much progress I had on my training.
I don't know if you have a training tab anymore.
It's not there. I don't remember.
Okay, let me go see if I can enable this module, because I know there are some modules that I can enable again.
I mean, just enough to like see what it was, and I can track it manually.
Yeah. It was called training, correct? Or something. It's like simple training. Nope. Tagger, Togenora. Nope. What the fuck? Nope. 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 Not this one. Not that one. Not that one. Not this one either. Man, come on. Where is it? Oh, crashes tracking and training. Okay, this will reload the page, so it might be a little bit. Yeah. Okay, we are back. Can you see the crashes training in your sheet?
Yep. Okay. Let me just write that down. I have 28 progress towards crit hit.
Yes, sir. But you don't lose any progress because you have such a high intelligence. If you were to pick up another activity.
I'm gonna try to keep training that.
Okay, for 2 more days. Give me 2 rolls. If I remember correctly, these are 2 attack rolls.
How much gold is it?
I believe it is 50 gold for training. I'll have to double check. World info, world rules, downtime activities. It is 25 gold per point of progress.
This an expert.
Oh no, this requires an expert. So it's 50 gold.
Per day.
Yes, per day.
Okay. Roll 2 attacks.
Yep. One more. Ooh. Well, fortunately, you succeeded on both. So you get a +1 or you get a total of +2 progress.
+2.
Boom. There you go. That's your 2 days. Who's next? Mr. Xavier More.
Greetings.
What are you up to on your 2 days?
So I'm currently have gunsmith tools training. Is that required to shoot the weapon?
You would have to train in the actual usage of the weapon. Unless
Do I already
wait,
have that?
are you martially proficient? Proficient in
How do
all
I can
like
wield a scimitar. Does that count?
well no, if you check in the bottom left of your character sheet, what weapon proficiencies do you have?
Hand crossbow, longsword, rapier, scimitar, short sword, simple.
Simple is just simple weapons, which means you do not actually have access to all the martial weapons.
I do
All
not.
of the guns are considered martial weapons.
That's not even an option on here.
No, it is not. But essentially what that means is that you will have to actually train in the usage of guns.
Oh, this pirate life is not for me, boys. Okay.
Well, you know, I'm sure.
All right.
I
All
believe
right.
in
All
you.
right. I feel like this is gonna be an expensive endeavor, Jake. How much are bullets here?
Bullets are just normal price.
Oh, okay. How much
There's
for a gun?
like, well,
Do
there.
are the guns? Is the gunsmith ready, or
I'll have to double
maybe
check. I think he
maybe
actually
Mr.
is.
Moray will waddle over?
Let's see, merchants. Who was it? Was it Jatala? No, it was Zekin.
Egan.
Zekin. Let's see.
He's kind of a gruff man.
Oh yeah. As you go to visit Zekin, you can see that he's currently like kind of within his actual workshop. The interior of which is slightly like it's very, very brightly lit. You see he's got like a bunch of just kind of like reflective mirrors to make it shine more. There's a bunch of lamps
Ooh.
inside. Like it's very bright in here. And he seems to be kind of like leaning over something, just very, very slowly and meticulously, kind of like scraping what sounds or like he sounds like he's sanding something.
How long? If Moray had to estimate, how long is he going to be scraping and sanding for?
You have no
Like,
idea.
I'm assuming he hasn't noticed me.
No, he hasn't noticed you. But like, are you making your presence known, or are you trying to be stealthy?
Uh, Stealthy for now.
Okay, let me stealth check.
Come on.
I'm just,
Now you're gonna make me feel weird about it.
Well, as soon
Am I
as you actually
stealthy?
walk in through the door, for a brief moment, he doesn't notice you until you
What
walk
That's +9, dude.
until you walk
Crazy.
foot first into something on the ground. You slip.
I literally all I want to do was not disturb this man in
Yeah.
in his
You
freaking tracks.
slip, slam your foot into the table beside you, and you do like a comical flip into the air before slamming onto your back. You don't take any actual physical damage, but you do take mental trauma damage.
Oh, that's gonna hurt
But as you're kind of like,
tomorrow morning.
oh, groaning on the floor, you can see he does walk over to you, looks down at you. Okay.
Oh, I've seen better days. And it just gets up, brushes them off.
He kind of just
Ooh.
looks at you, raises
Oh.
an eyebrow. Weird way to make an entrance. You're just gonna mute yourself?
Sorry, the dog was barking. Oh, there's so many other ways. But I love what you've done to the place. And now just motioning towards the really bright lights in the room.
Brighter it is, easier to work with. Easier
So-
I can see everything. Less chances I'll make mistakes.
Mm.
Even if I'm good,
Ye-
doesn't prevent me from fucking up once in a while.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. So, make anything new?
Yes, actually, as it happens, just putting the finishing touches on a new musket I put together.
Ooh. Maury's kind of excited.
Is that the
May I?
What did you guys give to him? Did you guys give him the parts of the gun that was broken?
Yes.
Pretty sure, yeah.
What
Yeah,
gun
yeah.
was it? Was it a musket? I don't think it was.
Mm,
It
Is
was
it
a
in the
flintlock
journal?
rifle, right?
Flintlock rifle, maybe?
Okay,
That
just
sounds like a pistol, is it?
I don't remember.
No,
It
no.
was not a pistol.
it was not a pistol. It was a rifle. It was either a musket or a flintlock rifle. I just can't remember which one.
I feel like
Maybe two
it's
of
a
them.
flintlock rifle sounds about right.
Okay, so he would say he actually has your flintlock rifle ready. He kind of takes a look at it. It's not perfect. I could have done better if I'd been more careful, but it works. That's what matters. Shoot straight as you can aim.
And I
But
do like to aim straight. Can
the
I?
tools
Maury
are
just
done.
gonna.
A lot of the
Is Maury
tools-
holding it, or is he still like
he kind
finishing
of
it
like
up?
gestures towards it. It's currently on a stand, and you can see that he was actually sanding the like the wooden grip, like the wooden what is it called? The thing that goes against your shoulder. Stock?
Mm-hmm.
The stock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was just kind of like sanding the stock and oiling it.
Nice.
But he kind of gestures towards it. Don't fire it in the city. Unless you need to.
Hopefully, I won't. And Maury inspected, like aim down the sights, see how it's, I don't know, balanced. If there's anything
Sure,
damaged or any pieces.
give me an investigation check. I mean,
Today is not my day.
it just looks like a really big crossbow without the arms in the front. It looks cool.
Maury knows guns. He just isn't good with them yet.
He definitely knows guns.
Okay, okay.
As you're like trying to look down the barrel, he kind of grabs the gun off of you. Never look down the barrel, and never point this at anything you don't intend to kill, whether accidental or not. Am I clear?
Oh, Maury grabs it back. 100%, friend.
Don't make me regret picking this up again.
Did we agree upon a price?
I'll do this one for free.
You're a chap.
The rest of the guns you're getting off of me are full price, though.
Wouldn't expect anything less.
Here's some bullets as well. He tosses you 10 flintlock rifle bullets.
Maury will catch.
Make sure powder first, then bullet.
Powder first, then bullet. Powder first, then bullet. Bullet, powder. Powder, bullet. Bullet, powder. And
Powder
Maury just
first.
mumbling. Mumbling
Yeah.
as he's like
As you're kind of like
walking out.
walking away. Powder first. Bullet
Yeah.
second.
Powder first, for sure, for sure.
You just hear him in the distance. He's gonna kill himself. Or even worse, with his friends. He walks
I'm a
back
great
into his
shot.
workshop.
Okay.
You now have a flintlock rifle, specifically. You are not proficient in it. Here, let me drag and drop it onto your character sheet.
Excellent.
Ba-ba-deep, ba-ba-doop. Let's see, rifle ammo. And, oh, wait, you already have a flintlock rifle in your inventory.
Maybe it's that same one.
Oh, maybe.
All right. And then sling bullets. Cool.
Nope, you're not. You're. It's not sling bullets. There's actual rifle ammo now.
Yes, I see that.
There you go. Rifle ammo.
And pieces. Cool. Okay, okay. So, do I still have a full day's training left?
I'll
Okay, I
say
was just picking
sure.
it up.
Sure.
Okay. I would like to spend some time training Skipper to sit, and I don't know, is there like a gun range or some sort I could take this?
There's
Practice
an
my
archery
shots?
range,
Is
and
it...
you only have 10 bullets.
I gotta get good at somehow, Jake. I can't even use this thing. Actually, wait. If I'm not proficient, I just don't get the bonus, right?
You just don't get
Is
your
it?
proficiency bonus. No,
So that's just a +2.
you still
So
have
I
your
can still
dex
use
on
it.
it. Yeah.
Okay. If time allows, I'd like to train Skipper to sit down and then shoot some guns.
Let's see. I'm gonna check your character sheet for your training stuff. You're already. You don't have the intelligence or the capacity to train all three of these things. Oh, actually, no. Skipper
3?
doesn't technically count because Skipper's training is Skipper. It's his intelligence.
Yeah. That's his intelligence.
So you're gonna try and train Skipper, and then you're gonna try and train. What are you gonna train? Like gunsmith tools, or are you gonna try and train your rapier +1? Because the gunsmith tools are different to training gun proficiency.
Yeah, so I'll just switch that to gun proficiency.
Okay.
You can leave gunsmith tools aside for now.
All right. You would have to spend 1 day training Skipper, or 2 days doing Skipper training, or 2 days doing gunsmith. It's like up to you. Which one do you want to do? 1-on-1?
1-on-1.
Okay. First, roll me Skipper's training. It is an intelligence, specifically animal handling check based off of intelligence.
So you want me to roll what, sorry?
An animal handling check specifically based off of intelligence. I believe your intelligence and your wisdom are the same, so it won't matter. So just roll an animal handling check.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Skipper is not taking it. He's just like, he's not in it that day. He's just not in it.
Skipper. It's just
Clearly,
like,
clearly you're not in it that way either.
No.
He's
This is not my
in
day.
with Skipper. Now you can try and train your gun proficiency.
Man, at this rate, I don't even want to train gun. The gun, I feel like I'm gonna shoot myself.
Do you want to train Skipper again? I mean, you could.
No. Let's roll the dice with the gun.
Okay, first of all, you're gonna delete the gunsmith tools proficiency training.
Sure.
And second, you can only pick one type of weapon to train with first. Which weapon are you training with?
As in,
Flintlock rifle?
or the rapier.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? So I have to like get rid of one, or
You have to get rid of one of them. Because you only have an intelligence of +2. I believe you can only train 2 things at the same time. It's either
Okay,
2 or
so
3,
I
gotta go
will-
check.
so I will just remove the gunsmith tools then, and I will replace it with
Yeah, it is equal to your intelligence modifier with a minimum of 1.
yeah. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah.
So this would be a gun proficiency.
Yes.
What are you calling it?
This would be specifically a flintlock rifle proficiency, weapon proficiency.
Oh, it's not even with all the
No,
what's it
it's
called?
just this
Guns?
weapon alone.
I see. That's fair. And that is based on intelligence or
Nope,
dexterity?
that
What
is
do
based
you
on
want?
dexterity.
Okay.
It is also
completion
30
target?
progress.
Cool. All right, let's roll this dice. That button is not working. I shall roll dexterity.
Yep, just roll a dexterity check. The DC is 10 to pass a progress, and you get 1 progress.
Nice.
You spend the first day just kind of inspecting the actual weapon itself, trying to figure out exactly how it works, trying to figure out why he kept insisting on doing powder first and then bullet. And you realize,
Oh, that's
why.
what he means.
That's why. It's like, oh, okay. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Because you probably shoot yourself in the foot. Or it would go backwards and just shoot a hole through your skull or something like that. So, just gotta be very careful.
Yeah.
Not
No.
how it works, but, in a world
I should
full of
listen more.
magic, anything is possible.
Mhm.
Hi,
We're in
kitty.
Bastion.
Not in Bastion.
That is true.
All right.
But yeah,
That's my day.
your 2 days are now over. But that's it for all of your downtimes, as eventually you settle back down into a normal routine and you kind of awaken in the early mornings of I went forwards in time. I meant to go backwards. Whoopsies. Okay, boom, there you go. 15th in the morning at around 7 a.m. On the 15th, you guys kind of wake up and are ready to take on the day. What would you guys like to do now as you kind of gather underneath the hanging building that is the headquarters of the riders? Do you guys want to take the boat out? Do you guys want to stay in Bastion, investigate the second floor? Do you want to see if there's anything else you want to do?
Boat.
Wait,
Alright.
Go with boat. We
Didn't
were
we
gonna
plan on
go
going to
out until-
Vinewater?
Yeah.
What's in Vinewater?
I forgot.
There's the orb thingy.
Yes,
And
you
it's,
were told about the location. You are aware that at the very least there are 2 orbs that exist in the world, and you know the confirmed location of one, which is in Vinewater.
Mm.
I mean, we can take
We
the boat to
never really
Vinewater.
made it to Winewater, right? We could just get it to like that little edge.
Yeah, you guys never.
Isn't that the
really
direction
went
of the Thunderbird?
Yeah.
Yep. The
Well, I feel like
Thunderbird is-
Thunderbird's like on the edgelands though, right?
Thunderbird is still very much present. However, it is only present in the Edgelands. You know that when you guys had headed in the direction of Voiland to that small town directly across from the Dark Lake from it, that the Thunderbird was not present and did not seem very interested to go that far. It seemed a lot of its attention was focused around Bastion's area. Strange, isn't it?
Working for the big bad to overthrow Bastion.
Do we have any ballistas or cannons on the boat? I forget.
I believe
Oh yeah.
you
There's like an
have
archery thing.
2 ballistas, but they were out of order. I will say that, you know what? You've probably got
Are they
them
back
repaired,
in
given
order?
How well, yeah, given
Let's
how well
fucking
you guys
go.
rolled. Yeah. You would have to purchase bolts, though, which need to be custom made, because currently
Mhm.
there's none available in Bastion.
That makes sense. I feel like those would probably help us against the Thunderbird. However, we probably wouldn't have.
I
that
think
many
just
of
they would
them.
just help us in general.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, are we even gonna find the Thunderbird when we're on the lake?
I mean, it doesn't have to be the
Probably not.
Thunderbird.
But it could be anything. Yeah.
There's a lot of other creepy things in this dark lake.
Probably
I'm
something that's
assuming,
just gonna
Jake-
climb on the boat.
We would need to like put in an order now, and it would happen down the line, right? Like we wouldn't get it right now.
Yeah, it would unfortunately
Okay.
take too long, because they need to be custom designed, custom made, and
Mhm.
the heads would have to be like forged. The actual wooden shafts would
Was
have
there
to be cut,
any
etc.
in the what's it called? The underground of Bastion? Or like above ground?
Underground
Wherever that was.
Bastion. I was like,
The way
what?
the gnomes were.
The second floor.
Yeah.
There was large bolts, but they were not fitted for your ship's specific ballistas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they was just that
Um,
for the big crossbow, right?
Yeah.
In general, if we could put in an order with either Zekin or Darian before we go, if we could like bring them out to the ship and be like, hey, like we show them the dimensions of the ballistas,
Do
and
you go
provide
to
them some
Zekin
amount
or
of
do you go to
gold or get an
Darien?
estimate. What do you guys think? Should we go to the? What do you think we should go to?
So which one's which? The blacksmith is the one with
I
the
think Zekin is the one that you guys
Zekin
just
is
that
the
saw.
was
and we
fixing
also
the
got
gun.
Smith.
Darien
Yeah.
is the blacksmith.
I feel like
Yeah.
blacksmith.
Darian's kind of our homeboy. I think we should go see him.
Why
He
don't we
seems
just
like a
get
very good
them
general purpose
both to work together?
to collaborate.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
Any charismatic people could try that, but no, it's not necessarily up my alley. If
It's
anything,
not
I'm just
a
gonna
big-
go to Darian and be like, I'm gonna ask Darian about it.
Yeah, sure. You kind of run up to him. He agrees to come take a look. He comes out to the actual ship, begins to take a bunch of measurements, writes stuff down on like a piece of parchment.
Mhm.
You can see after a little while, he's like, okay. I think I have a design. Sorry, what was his accent? Oh, I know what it was. I think I have a design. Shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Let's go.
It'll probably take a while for all of it to come through, but I'll need to source some wood, some lumber. And I'll need to craft some custom arrowheads. How many of these do you want?
Let's see.
They're gonna be a bit expensive.
How many does it take to take down a Thunderbird?
I don't know. You're asking questions above my pay grade.
I'll just have to pay you more.
I don't think that'll help, but I'm not going to say no. Each of these bolts will probably score you around 4 to 5 gold each. They're expensive. They're heavy. They're gonna be tough.
Just what you need against that flying beast. And that Moorish just shaking his hand to the sky.
You'd be right, but I'd still be very careful.
I'd say about 20. Do you think you can get
How
that
long
done?
does it take to reload this thing? Is it like one action?
It is a
tick, or...
full one action to reload.
Okay, so like you can maybe shoot like 3 or 4 in a single combat, I'd say. Hey.
If you get lucky, yeah. But also, you're gonna have additional people manning it, so it takes less time to reload and shoot it.
I'm pretty loaded, guys. I don't know about you. I'm just a walking treasure chest of gold.
Yeah. Let's order like 20 to 40, maybe.
Yeah, 20 to 40. Look, 30. 30 is good.
Perfect.
I do flat 30. Well, accounting for all the labor costs and exactly how much and how difficult it's going to be, as well as the materials. It'll be 5 gold a piece, so 150 gold total.
Yeah. Come on. Is there any bulk pricing here?
No, that's with bulk pricing.
Oh, you drive a hard bargain. Okay. So how much was it?
150 gold.
150 gold. Done.
You toss him 150 gold, and he is now going back to kind of get started on the work. All right, and it
Nice.
was
Thank you, Darian.
30 ballista.
I have taken 150 gold off my character. If anyone is...
Why, thank you, Moray.
No problem.
Wow, you're balling.
Ever generous.
I will spend no expense when it comes to this boat.
Bro really wants his boat to survive.
I know.
You mean spare no expense?
I will spare no expense. Thank you, Jake.
I heard
You'll
you
spare
say
a little bit of an
spend no
expense.
expense.
I'll
and
spare.
I was
I'll spare some expense. You know.
You'll spare some expense.
More still needs to eat. You know, a place to stay, a roof over his head.
Okay, entirely fair. I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't pay for a lot of those.
You get free board and meal for being the writers, right?
You do get free board, but meals you usually still have to pay for, unless you want like the super basic rations of like biscuits and jerky.
A sailor's breakfast.
But yeah,
All right.
Darian gives you the thumbs up. He says it's likely to be completed on the 20th or the 21st of Algordia. Somewhere around that time frame.
What day is it today? Where do I check?
15th.
Perfect. We'll be back before you know it.
Yeah. It'll require about 5-6 days. I'm pretty sure your journey is going to take a little bit longer than that, considering it's quite a few squares.
Yeah.
No, Winewater's not that far by boat. I thought we made like good time.
Yeah, you were traveling at a pace of about...
Oh, you know what? You're right. That's 4 days to there, and then
Yeah, it's another 6 days.
yeah,
there.
that's a little.
Like, even on a
That's a
boat, you
jaunt.
are traveling 2 times like walking speed, but it's still
Yeah.
only like 2 times walking speed.
Wait, is this? I feel like boat is the map's not showing this properly. Then
No, it is.
so would this be
It
like?
doesn't-
Would this be
it
1.5
doesn't
days?
translate.
Or...
That would be 1.5 days.
Okay.
You would essentially just shorten it by 1/2. So that would be
Yeah,
3
about
days.
1.5.
Yeah, so it'd take
Okay,
you
so we
about
can get there.
4 and a-
We can get there in
4.5
less than 7 days.
to Vinewater, and then another 4.5 days back.
All right. Everyone all supplied up. Got their potions, torches.
I don't even know if there's any more potions in Bastion.
We're using all the
them
supply.
You guys have basically bought up the entire supply constantly. Like, she is trying to
Oh my
make
God.
more, but you are fucking buying her out before she can complete more. Like,
We
We
have
put
the
some on like
potions on
back
tap.
order.
I mean, Cora's been trying to make as many as possible. Because it's not
We
just,
just
you
keep
guys
getting
that need it as
injured.
well. There's other people that got injured within the city, and like healing potions are one of the only things that are like possible to use within the non-magical city that it's like actually very quickly helpful.
And any herbalists in our group want to take a side quest for her to see if we can get her ingredients to create more potions?
You could. Is there
Does
a
anyone
herbalist in the
have-
group? I don't think you.
Yeah, does anyone?
Where's
I think-
Leonaire?
I think Leonaire is a.
Oh yeah,
but he's
Leonaire.
not here, so.
Can we just send him on a side quest without his permission?
I mean, we could just like
No.
look out for the materials in fine water.
I mean, yeah.
Mm.
Do you guys know what to look out for, though?
Leonaire would.
I assume Leonaire's staying with us.
Yeah, he is. Let me make a nature check with Leonaire. He does. I mean, he says, yeah, I definitely do.
Gonna fucking die.
Is Leonaire
You
lying?
guys gonna fucking pick up
Can Maury-
Nightshade by
can
accident?
Maury check on that?
Yes, you could insight check him.
Let's see. Where's my character sheet? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Insightful check.
Honestly, yeah, he's telling the truth. He knows.
What, Jake? What did you do to my character sheet?
I
man?
didn't do anything. This
What
is
did
you,
you do
man.
to my character sheet?
You're the one who's rolling like shit. Don't blame me. You can't even blame the dice gods because all of you guys have the exact same dice technically.
Oh, I'm still blaming them. They deserve all my blame and curses.
Honestly, fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, Leonard. You know what you're doing. Moray does not know what he's
He gives
doing.
a big thumbs up.
I trust Leonard, guys. She knows what's up.
What are we supposed to look for? Maybe I can keep an eye out for it as well.
Just like this green herb. You know?
A little bit more specific than this green herb would help.
Moray's backing up Leonard. Yeah, that
you'll
it's
see
a
it when
green leafy thing.
Yeah. You'll know it when you see it.
Don't worry.
You could give me a nature
You know-
check as well. I'll lay in that if you want.
We're so screwed.
I want to give you guys this entire list, but you guys are fucking yourselves with the rules, and I can't.
Maybe we should just go and ask her.
Can you roll first just to make sure?
Yeah. Let's see that nature check, Elena.
Let's see.
You guys are
Uh-oh.
It's
We
a
lost.
green leafy plant. You're pretty sure.
You know, I think Hoj has heard of this one.
Yeah? Give me a nature check.
Oh yeah, Hoj knows. No, Hoj
He knows
doesn't.
exactly what they're talking about. This green leafy plant, you're
Lord.
pretty sure it's really tall. It has these big leaves, this like brown trunk, and they're usually like maybe 20, 25 feet tall.
Yeah, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I
Yeah, the
think
big leafy green grows on the ground.
I've seen it before.
Everyone's seen it. Like we've all seen it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna trust you guys. Like I don't even know what you're talking about, but it sounds right.
Yep.
Are you sure you don't want to do a nature check?
Hey Noah, you want to do one?
Noah's not really one with nature, but he's so dumb that he's actually gonna check this out.
He's gonna believe in himself. I believe in Noah. I don't believe in Noah.
What's happening?
All right, no cap though. That's actually pretty decent for Noah.
Oh, you guys are all fucking gonna die.
We're gonna be eating poison ivy.
Is this just
Yeah.
a sub quest we're unable to get now?
You could try again another time, or you could seek an
Yeah.
expert that actually knows what they're doing.
We're all experts here, obviously.
True.
We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We just don't have green thumbs. Like it is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right. What are we trying to get out of wine water? An orb?
Investigate. Look for that orb thing that was described.
Yeah.
All right. Let me check my inventory really quickly before we depart. In case I need something.
I think there are like mutant fish people there too.
True, true. I have a short bow, that's good. I have arrows. Potion, rope, torch, ration. How much for a torch, Jake?
That thing was like 5 silver.
All right, I'm gonna grab
Probably
some more.
even less. You can go into the equipment shop and see how much it is.
Okay.
There should be torches available for sale.
Mm,
At the top right of your inventory, there should be 3 little dots beside the cross. If from there, you can go to equipment shop. Anything in there that is less than like 100 gold, you can probably just buy, except for health potions and
Okay.
poisons.
Let me see. Let me look it through there then before we head out. Actually, I feel like I was encumbered when I was walking around. How heavy am I?
You can check your inventory. At the very bottom, there should be a bar.
What's the second? I'm in the middle. Is that good or bad?
That's bad. You have to be below the first tick to be unencumbered. If you're past the first tick, you're encumbered.
Okay. What is weighing me down?
You can create a new container that says just like items you left in Bastion home, if you wish. Like you could probably just have a chest that you can leave in Bastion.
I
Or-
have 32 pounds of ration on me.
I mean,
Yeah, that's why I have all mine in the ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some in the ship.
that also works. Yeah, you could put it in the ship.
The ship has its own inventory.
I'm pretty sure it does. It should.
That is
Yeah.
in. Where's that? Okay, one last question. Where's the ship inventory?
It should be under assets from like your party.
Yes.
It's in like the same group
Party.
or the same folder as where your character sheets are.
Yes, I found it.
You should be able
Cool,
to open
cool.
up the ship sheet, and then there should be like a
Yeah.
Bastion sheet as well for stuff.
Cargo and crew. Okay. Got my ham sandwiches here.
Yep, you can just drag and drop stuff from your inventory into there, and it should automatically move it. If it doesn't, you'll have to just delete it from your own inventory if it just copies it.
Yeah, it just copied it, and I'll delete this. What else is heavy? Still heavy.
Probably a bunch more items.
It's the studded leather armor, but I need to wear that.
You need to be wearing that, yeah,
Don't-
unless you want to be naked. Nicky.
I'm gonna keep my common clothes in the ship. Do that.
Like, a normal person really can't carry all that much on their backs. Not the strongest people.
I
People carry
I
their
also only have a
burdens.
strength of 11,
Also true.
which does not help. I really should have put one more point in there.
Skill issue.
If legit skill issue.
I mean, you'll have another chance eventually.
The laying pin, you can go into the ship.
Yo.
Oh, I'm traveling so light. I guess I don't need 6 torches. Okay. I'm good to go. You guys can go. I'll sort my stuff out. Try to become unencumbered.
Alright.
I am good.
But are all of you getting aboard the ship and departing towards Vinewater?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nothing extra holding you down, or are you just gonna leave? Just double check.
Do I need to wear this backpack to get the benefits of having a backpack?
Yes.
Makes sense.
You can leave it on the ship though if you wanted to.
I'm just trying to get past the first bar, Jake. There's not much left to throw away. I can leave my loot. Okay, I think if I leave my loot, I'll be okay.
Let me quickly check the rules to make sure I'm not trolling. Rules. Uh.
All right, I am just meeting the criteria.
Mhm.
Happy man. And now I shall go shop for things.
Okay. Wait. 14 times 8. Uh-oh. I'm 1 pound over encumbered.
Do I need proficiency for basic fishing equipment?
You don't need proficiency to use anything, but if you have proficiency, it makes it a lot easier.
I will purchase one fishing equipment.
Okay. And you do, with relatively little issue. You get a box of tackle, you get the fishing rod, you get a bunch of other stuff. It's very useful. It seems very cool.
Sweet.
Do you know how to use it? Maybe a little bit, but not much. All you
Just
know
like
is
everything
that
more is.
all
He'll
you
figure
know
it
is that
out.
the sharp end of the hook is supposed to catch fish.
Yep.
That's about
Powder
it.
first, bullet after.
Yep.
Just like what the guy said.
Yep. Exactly. See, he's starting to get it.
I get it.
But yeah, as you guys are kind of preparing to leave, eventually the ship kind of gets all of its supplies, all of the equipment turned off and put on to it. All of you actually depart from the docks, hoist up the anchor, and begin to move once again on your way towards the city of Voilin, traveling past into Vinewater. Now I need someone, some way, to roll me random encounters. Someone roll me a D100. Patient
Any
Tango.
lucky people?
I vote Maury to do the roll just to get the bad luck out of the way.
Oh, is this
Come on.
is this
you
the one you
want
want a bad
guaranteed
luck
bad
on?
luck?
I'm just saying.
Like you
I mean, you're gonna have to roll eventually, right?
You want the Kraken to come out of this ocean? Because that's what you're gonna get.
No, you know what? I believe your luck's turned around. You know, it's all like all the bad
1D100,
luck.
Jake? 45.
Okay. That's not terrible. It's not great, but it's
Bad.
not terrible.
That's okay.
upon your first day of travel, as you guys kind of depart from the actual docks, it's relatively calm. The weather is decent, and those of you who are aboard the ship and are familiar with it seems to see very much so that the ship is holding up much better than you had expected. One, and two, that like the actual construction is very rigid. It's pretty, honestly, it's doing pretty well. It's doing good. Um, Eventually, you kind of, as it nears the evening of the 15th of Algordia, you realize that in the skies, a lot of clouds are kind of beginning to gather. And as you guys are traveling towards Voilin, you are sticking relatively close to the coast, correct? Or did you want to distance yourself from the actual coast?
Coast would be the preference.
I think also
Yeah.
the safer option.
How close? Within
What is
eyesight,
What is
or-
Moray's like shipfaring instinct tell him?
give me, do you have proficiency in sea vehicles?
Yes.
Okay, give me a check using that with your intelligence.
1 sec. Yeah, water vehicles, and you want intelligence, normal.
Okay, that's pretty good. So from the best you remember, there's several ways that you can kind of practice this. If you're too close, there's a very high likelihood that your ship might get kind of like either ground into sandbars and it gets stuck, or, you know, it hits reefs and all of a sudden your ship starts sinking and you're just not sure what happened. The optimal distance relatively typically is within eyesight of the actual shore is more than good enough. If you can see the shore from the side of the ship, you're usually probably fine. So,
And where are we?
and you guys are, I'm guessing you're just seeing, like, you're able to see the shore a little bit closer, but that's about it. That's what I'm guessing you guys are doing, but it's entirely up to
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Well, Moray's put his finger up into the air, lick, gives a quick lick, feels the wind.
Yeah, the wind is definitely picking up, and you can already feel the beginnings of a rain. And you can tell that the storm might be pretty bad because in the distance you see flashes of lightning.
Oh, this will be a cold one, fellas. And then Moray's just gonna keep his hand steady on the wheel, gently guide the ship
But
in
aboard the actual
the
ship
good spot.
itself, all of you, all five of you, are currently aboard the actual ship. Moray is at the wheel, and if I recall correctly, you guys should have access to the ship map.
Yes.
I'm going to delete Greg because he's no longer with you, but the rest of you are there. Move you here. Leonaire is downstairs. Sleeping, sure. Yeah. You can position yourselves however you like. It's not really too important, but there might be some checks that might be coming up, and I want you to make sure that you guys are doing as you can. Also, it doesn't show that a few of you are connected, so you might have to reload for me to make sure that you guys are. Oh no, it says you are connected. I mean, I can see you guys move your tokens. I just can't, like, I don't see you connected at the bottom left, which is weird.
Fog of War. I also see that.
I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, basically, as all of you guys are kind of like hanging about the actual ship itself, Moray, you being on the actual deck, you can definitely feel that there is a storm coming, and it's not going to be a pretty one, to say the very least. As you're kind of like wandering about, guiding the ship forward, you can definitely feel that the storm picks up the deeper into the night that you get. However, you do still need your rest. What do you do?
Is everyone else downstairs sleeping?
At this moment, they could be. They don't have to be. That's up to them.
Hey, what time is it?
This would be like midnight on the 15th.
So first watch, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Has first watch already started? Like, am I supposed to be switching off right now, or is it like next 2 hours is kind of what I'm going to be doing?
It'll be like the next 2 hours. So if you're taking the first watch, it would be like 10 to 12. So let's go with you taking the first watch. Give me a perception check.
Perception check.
You have disadvantage because of the stormy seas.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
I was born here.
It
What do you
doesn't matter.
mean? Does not matter. Okay. Dark vision? Let me see if I have something. I don't think
You're
I do,
lucky I
but
don't make
uh,
it worse.
curse you, Davy Joe. Alright. Perception.
Is
You
that
said
a
disadvantage?
Yes. So roll again.
My bad.
I'm okay. Yeah, absolutely. No issues.
There you
Maury,
go.
throughout the first 2 hours of your watches, you're kind of paying attention to the oceans just as much as you are to your surroundings. You can see that thankfully, there doesn't seem to be anything in the waters nearby. However, unfortunately, because you are still a little bit closer to shore, you can see that the storm, the waves, the kind of like further out, smaller waves become very large as you get closer and closer to the actual shores themselves. The waves themselves kind of like getting pushed up by the water getting more and more shallow.
Mhm.
There's a few choices you could make here. You could potentially go deeper into the actual lake itself, risk losing sight of the actual shoreline, and potentially kind of going into the actual oceans themselves, or like deeper into the lakes themselves. You do not have a compass, so there's a very high likelihood you might get lost.
Mm.
Or, however, this would significantly reduce the chances of you, your crew, and your ship smashing into the rocks and into your doom. Or you can maintain course. It'll be very difficult for both you and anybody else on the wheel to actually control the ship. However, you would be able to keep track of the actual like land. And unfortunately, the chances of you guys crashing does increase. Or you could potentially do something else that you can kind of think of.
Alright. Let me see.
Always remember that the solutions I provide are just guidance, and you can technically come up with your own. If it's stupid and it won't work, I will tell you so. However, I'm not going to stop you from trying it. So yeah, you guys do anything? So what's the choice? What'd you do?
I am thinking.
Use your
Considering
ship knowledge.
considering at this current moment no one else is aboard the actual like deck, you know that there's both pros and cons to both situations. Like you yourself, you probably wouldn't have too much of an issue controlling the ship to make sure that it stays on course in these choppy waters. However, you aren't sure what would happen if someone else was to take over the wheel, specifically for like another watch, or if you wanted to get some rest.
Moray is going to be a very sleepless man today.
Okay, so I mean, you could stay on the wheel. That's also a choice as well.
Could I do a mix, like get someone to watch the wheel while I'm just on the deck resting, or no?
You could
I feel
certainly do that, yeah. It would still be
Yeah.
very difficult for them to control, but they'd probably fare a little bit better with you being there immediately, that you could like take over or something like that. But
Yeah, something like that.
Can you even rest on the deck in the storm?
no, not very easily.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Moray literally does not feel water.
yeah,
He lives and breathes.
that's not the issue. The issue is the boat throwing you around. Technically, you're on a portion of land. So, I mean, it's up to you. The first 2 hours, however, don't give me a control water, like a water vehicles check, specifically
Sure.
using either strength or dexterity. Yeah, no issues. You manage to keep the ship kind of like basically on a straight trajectory that's currently still parallel to the actual coast itself and traveling in the
Yeah.
direction that you guys are wanting. You have to like basically constantly shift the actual wheel itself because the sails are currently rigid and closed. So like
Yeah.
you're just trying your best to use the rudder alone to control the ship. And
Would the
ooh.
sail actually? I can't imagine having the sails down during the storm. would
Having
be
the sails down is
awful.
a death sentence.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay.
If you wanted to die,
Moray's
that's bad.
going
There's easier
to
ways, but-
get. No, Moray knows better.
Yeah.
He's going to get Hoj up to watch the thing,
Second,
the wheel.
Sure. Yeah.
You need to hold on to the wheel.
Hoj,
Yeah,
you kind of
just-
pop out from beneath. You grab onto the wheel while Moray, what are you up to?
Maury's just gonna stay above deck. I don't know. He'll find some rope time to like tie himself to a like a mast or something, kind of like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, sure.
And then just close his eyes upright.
Okay,
And just does like
give me a con save just to see if you can actually get some rest while on deck.
Sure.
And Hoj, give me a water vehicles check using either dexterity or strength. I don't know if you have proficiency. Do you?
Where would I see that?
It's under at the very bottom left under the attributes tab. Son of a bitch, Moray is
I don't see any vehicles under. It'd be a tool or something.
yeah,
it's-
I have it
it's-
under tool proficiencies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I don't
considered-
have it.
Okay, so because you don't have proficiency, this would just be a straight up strength or dexterity check. It is your choice. 17. You do meet the DC with relative ease. Moray, as you've kind of like strapped yourself to the actual mast, surprisingly, it's not bad.
Comfortable.
Like
It feels like home.
yeah, the rocking of the ship, this rain that's kind of like constantly slathering you, the
Mhm.
water, the rain, and all of that kind of like all that stuff. Let's put you guys into a little bit more of an immersive environment. Where's the weather? Where's the fucking weather?
How are you not bashing your head against the mast?
Maury's just built different. He's one with the sea.
Here we go.
Boom, there you go. But as you guys are kind of like out on deck with relative little issue, Hoj, you kind of grab onto the actual thing and you follow Moray's basic instructions of just keep it straight and away from the shore as much as possible, and you do so honestly rather successfully. For the next 2 hours, there's little issues, but give me a perception check just to see if you can see anything. However, this would be at disadvantage. 1, because you don't have dark vision. 2, because it is in the storm.
You said perception
Yes, sir.
with disadvantage. What's the hotkey for
It
that?
should be control. 17. That's still pretty decent. As you're kind of looking out towards the midst of the sea and the storm, so like thankfully, you actually don't see anything that seems to be, in the immediate area attempting to take advantage of your ship. But the 2 hours kind of pass by with relative ease. Who's up next? The wheel's at the back of the ship, not the front. Moray is currently standing on top of it.
Oh, let me move myself to the mast so I can be realistic.
You'd have to clip through some walls for that, so you should probably just walk yourself over.
All right. Well, I'm underneath. Where do I go?
You're not underneath. You're actually
It
still
like
on top.
glitches out.
Oh, did I fall through like the hole?
No, you're still.
It doesn't. You're not. You're still technically up there. Just pretend like you're moving your character up there. He'll appear again.
Yeah. So you have two. Oh, is it not working? Like, is it showing you?
It's
as...
kinda
I'm
buggy.
I'm stuck.
Oh, is it only showing you as at the bottom?
Yeah.
There you go. That should fix
No,
it.
if you click on the empty space on the top, you should move.
There you go. I think I fixed it. You should be okay.
Yep. I think I should be okay.
But yeah. You're on the mast, Hoj. Who's taking third watch?
Who's taking third watch?
It's either Elena or Noah. There's not really much of a choice. Leonera is out cold.
Who's stronger?
I have 10 strength.
Definitely not me. You have 10?
Who's dexterous?
I'm dexterous.
Dexterous.
You're dexterous.
All right.
Yeah, I guess it's me.
Then it's you.
All right, Elena, if you wanted to take the third watch, you certainly could. You kind of pop up onto the deck. You see Moray currently tied up to the mast. It looks like it's his own doing, but like surprisingly, bro's getting like some decent sleep. And you see Ho just like
Solid sex.
death gripping the wheel. But yeah, Elena, as you kind of like take over from Hoj, you descend back downstairs to the kind of like the actual quieting of the rain. before Elena, as you grab onto it, give me a just either a strength or a dexterity check, because I'm pretty sure you also don't have water vehicle proficiency.
Nope. Oh
Ooh.
no. Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
During the time as you're kind of like holding onto it, you try and keep it closed, you try and keep it like as strong as possible, but at one moment your strength, your kind of dexterous abilities falters for a brief moment, and the wheel immediately you see it
Does,
begins to like do the death spin as you see the entire wheel just hard slam into the far right, and you feel your ship just kind of like lurch in one direction. Moray, you definitely wake up from this as you feel the entire ship essentially fucking like turn.
Wait, let me out!
hard.
Help.
Maury's like, help me!
Help.
Maury's like struggling to get out of his ropes.
Elena,
I can't
as you
can't rake the ship.
as you try and grab onto the actual wheel itself, it stops eventually after the rudder hard slams onto the far right. But at this point, you're like trying to turn it, but it just does not turn. Moray, you are now awake. You're like, oh shit.
Yep.
We are steering
All right,
towards the fucking shore.
Maury's running over
Yep, you untie yourself,
and
run over.
assisting.
All right, with the two of you, give me an athletics check to try and bring the ship back on course. You have advantage, Elena, because Moray is helping you. Wait, Moray, are
do
you
you want me to
proficient in
also roll?
athletics?
I am. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Then Elena, then either you guys can roll separate, or Elena, you can roll with advantage. It's up to you guys.
You can roll as well. I don't know how to make this advantage.
Dude, I only have 2+ strength.
You just roll again. Well, Elena has 0.
Oh. Well, you rolled a 19. That's pretty decent. I'll roll.
17.
17.
Okay. With the two of you working together, you manage to bring the wheel back towards the actual center, and then once again steer it back out towards the actual the midst of the lake. Thankfully, you didn't get too close, and you managed to get your way back out away from the shore quickly enough that nothing terrible happens. However, this does awaken a few of the people below decks, except for Leonaire. So I need all 4 of you aboard the deck, or sorry, aboard the ship, to give me a Constitution saving throw, just to see if your rest goes as planned, or if there's a potential you get a level of exhaustion in the morning.
Well, not me, right? Because I'm on watch.
Sorry? Oh, yeah.
I'm on, I guess it's my watch, so.
Yeah, for you, no, because you're already on watch and you're supposed to be awake.
Do you want me to roll as well, Jake?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Noah, you
You
didn't need to
say
make
on?
2.
Wait, on the deck or under the deck?
Anyone on the ship.
Oh,
Oh,
Because
that
the
was
entire
a
ship kind of like lurched to the side and it threw you guys.
that was a ability check. Let me do a saving throw. 18.
So Noah 13, Moray
13.
18, Hoj 11. Unfortunately, Hoj, give me another con save. Ooh. Yeah, unfortunately,
these
as you kind of
rolls?
go about it, you awaken from the first lurch as you're kind of like thrown halfway across the actual floor itself out of your hammock, and you're like, what the hell? Before they manage to get it back in control, and you get like, and you slam back into the actual hammock itself. You're like, fuck, that hurts. And unfortunately, you're just not able to get any proper restful sleep. So in the morning, you will wake up with 1 level of exhaustion. However, the
Where do I
rest of
put
you
that?
are actually fine. So if you double click your character sheet, or sorry, if you open up your character sheet, you can see at the very top left of your character sheet, there should be a thing that looks like a smiley face. If you hover over that and change that to 1, that'll show that you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. And that is, well, there is one more person to go. Noah. Eventually, you kind of like groggily stumble up onto the deck to take over for Elena. As Elena, you go back down below decks while Moray is still currently strapped to the actual side of the railing, trying to sleep. But
I
Noah,
am.
as you take the last watch, give me a perception check with disadvantage, which is holding control, and a either strength or dexterity check.
Is shift? No.
It is
I'll just roll
control.
again. I'll
You
just
can
roll
just
again.
roll again, yeah. 9. Okay. Now roll me either a strength or athletics check. If you have proficiency in water
With
vehicles
disadvantage,
tools,
or-
you can do that as well. Sorry?
With disadvantage or just
Nope,
normal?
just a flat. Ooh, okay.
Ooh, okay.
Absolutely zero issues. It's not an athletics check, but you only get your +2 to strength, so it's still a 22. Pretty good. But you managed to keep the ship steady for the entirety of the rest of the night with absolutely zero issues. However, as you guys all kind of wake up in the morning, you realize that the storm does not seem to be subsiding, and it does seem to continue onwards. However, I'm actually gonna have to call it here because holy shit, I'm like falling asleep while saying these descriptions. I'm so sorry.
Someone didn't have their short rest.
No, like my sleep has been fucked for some reason, and I have no idea why. It's like I'll wake up in the middle of the night at like 4 a.m. and
Ugh, awful.
like there's nothing I can do about it. And it's
That is